So, ladies, talk about unstoppable. You two define unstoppable, literally. Jennifer, what was it like working with Judy and just getting to know her and trust each other? Because I can imagine that trust was such an important part of this process.
Yeah, when we first met, that was like my main goal. I was like, you can trust me. Please feel free to tell me all the things and know that it will never go anywhere if you don't want it to, but I will use it and I will internalize it. It will inform how I am able to portray you in your most authentic way, and anything that you want to share that helps tell the story and you're comfortable with, I'd love to put in. And so she was very open with me, and we bonded as moms first, and wanting the best for your kids and all the things that moms do, but also in the struggles that she had, being in challenging relationships, being wanting to create a family for your children and all of those things. And so it was a beautiful journey for the two of us, and I really feel lucky to have been able to bring Anthony's story to life, but also Judy's.
Yeah. And Judy, after meeting Jennifer, that initial meeting, and just putting your trust in her like you did, and having those conversations, and I can imagine lots of them not easy, like Jennifer said, some very hard things to discuss. What's it like watching her portrayal of you and her finding your essence?
Oh, no, she got me perfectly. My kids say so, and I have 5 very critical kids. But they saw it, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's so you. But it was everything. It was from being strong, and it was from being happy, in those moments that were shared. And it was, I was watching the film the other day, and like in the wrestling scene, I was sitting there like this. I've seen it. And then at the same time, there's a flash of you. I'm like, oh my gosh, she got that from either watching something or something I said, but it was the same moment. And I was like, this is pretty unreal for me. But honestly, she did such an amazing job of portraying me. Honestly, I say this again and again, but there's nobody who could have done a better job. Like, honestly, there's just being a Latina and being a parent and just pushing so hard. And she's done so much in her life, but always moving forward. And I think that's me at the core. Different levels, obviously, but she understood me. And so in understanding who I am as a person, I think that's what was portrayed on that film. Like, perfect.
And this is for both of you, because I feel like, nothing ever keeps you down. You just keep going, keep getting back up again. Where does that resilience come from? Jennifer, let's go to you first. Where do you get that resilience?
I mean, it's hard to say, right? Like, you just have something inside you that just says, don't give up. Just don't give up. That's all. That's the difference between like success and failure. Is that somebody just didn't stop. They just didn't give up until they got there. And I think, all of us, fall down in life, and, you're down for a minute, and then you go, okay, got time to get back up. Here we go. And I think Judy, I don't know, I'll let Judy speak for herself, but that's what I feel. I feel it's just the not giving up is really the message of this movie, which is unstoppable. No matter what, obstacles are in your way, you just don't stop. You just keep going.
How about you, Judy? Your son now calls you his hero. You're his hero, so you've never given up. Where did all this power, strength come from?
I think it's what she said. It's you have that in you, like, not to give up. You celebrate the little small things that you do right. Like Anthony loves me. We had food for dinner. It was just something simple. I made dinner. It's honestly those little victories that you have to celebrate. I also think part of me is my faith is a foundation to who I am. I've known that the challenges I've gone through have never been alone. I feel God carried me through and has blessed me. And even though I didn't understand it, and even though I was down and crying, I just feel like there was a strength there that I leaned on, even though I didn't understand every moment of every day. But it was still that in me going, okay, that didn't go right today or right now. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and I'm going to have hope that today I can make it better, just in the little things, just in the happiness or spending time with my child and, having that moment. It was just finding those little victories on a daily basis, but also going, but I need to see how I can get out of this. I need to see how I can make things better for myself. So that drive is just always in you.
And the message is so clear in this movie, like you said, just to never give up, keep going. Have you watched it with your kids yet, Jennifer?
I have not, and I'm excited to see it with them. But it is, Anthony always says, everybody's wrestling with something. And there's an opponent on the other side, and sometimes it's you. And you have to, doesn't matter how big the person is or how big the challenge is, you just have to put your head down and fight and go. And don't let it stop you. And I just love that. I love that this movie introduces Anthony to the world and hopefully gives him an even bigger platform than he has, because he's one of the best, brightest lights of people I think I've ever met in my life.
Wow.
He is really a special soul. And so hopefully a lot more people will get to know him from this film, and he'll get to go and speak to a lot more people and inspire everybody like he did us.